हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आर डूइंग वेल। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपकी तैयारी सही तरह से चल रही है और मैं जो भी टॉपिक्स आपको बता रहा हूँ यू आर गोइंग थ्रू दैट। सो today's session will be on defense technology. Now generally if you look at previous year question papers of UPSC civil service exam, defense topic has not been asked so many questions. Prelims exam point of view, if you look at, occasionally questions are asked, जबकि यह विषय चर्चा में हमेशा रहता है। न्यूज़पेपर में आपको डीआरडीओ के संदर्भ में कोई ना कोई ऐसे जो डेवलपमेंट होते हैं वो न्यूज़पेपर में कवर होता है। एंड सिंस डिफेंस इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया फॉर आवर कंट्रीज सिक्योरिटी, so the technology, the role of technology in developing weapons, latest weapons, right, cutting edge weapons become very significant. Not only that, our IR, international relation, bilateral deals with France, US, Australia, Canada, Japan, right, many countries of the world who are having latest technology in weapons, we are having deal with them and we are a buyer. We buy new technology from them, whether it is a missile or in terms of fighter craft, helicopter, whatever technology India requires for Army, Air Force and Navy for their defense, we buy from outside. At the same time, DRDO, which is a defense organization into defense technology research, R&D, has been working continuously for more than 60 years in developing latest technologies there. What we call as a indigenization, स्वदेशी तकनीक या प्रौद्योगिकी का विकास करना। तो रक्षा के क्षेत्र में भारत में डीआरडीओ का बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण योगदान रहा है। डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम, मिसाइल मैन ऑफ इंडिया, राइट, एंड द बिगिनिंग ऑफ आईजीएमपी प्रोग्राम इन 1983, इंटीग्रेटेड गाइडेड मिसाइल प्रोग्राम, जो कि डॉक्टर कलाम के सुपरविजन में भारत ने 5 स्वदेशी मिसाइल को डेवलप किया था। आप सभी को उसके बारे में पता है, अग्नि मिसाइल, पृथ्वी मिसाइल, देन नाग मिसाइल, एंटी टैंक मिसाइल नाग, देन 2 सरफेस टू एयर मिसाइल्स, दैट इज आकाश एंड त्रिशूल। नाउ ऑल्दो दिस प्रोग्राम हैज बीन रिटायर्ड, but we have not stopped at that point. We continue developing other type of highly graded weapons like missiles. You know that India and Russia collaboration, BrahMos missile, joint venture with Russia, and today it is a very successful supersonic cruise missile, but now we are getting into hypersonic cruise missile. Nirbhay, indigenous subsonic missile. केवल मिसाइल की बात नहीं है, नेवल डिफेंस, सबमरीन्स, सोनार सिस्टम, टॉर्पीडोज, एयर डिफेंस, HAL, हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स लिमिटेड विच हैज डेवलप्ड तेजस, लाइट कॉम्बैट एयरक्राफ्ट तेजस, ध्रुव हेलीकॉप्टर, एडवांस लाइट हेलीकॉप्टर ध्रुव, एरोनॉटिकल डेवलपमेंट. So we are into many areas. Now drones are being developed. We are buying drone technology from outside, like for example Israel, from USA, but we are also developing indigenous drone technology for defense applications, right? So there are a lot of things are there which come into the field of drones, right? Not only drones for military use but also civilian use. So we are going to get into those latest current aspect which are come in the newspaper, like the Hindu paper, Indian Express, right, various journals, and we'll see those developments one by one, right? So I'll start first with certain development which has been there in the news for last 3-4 years, and then we'll see last 1 year development by DRDO. So let's begin there. So first thing which I'm coming across, which I've just mentioned here, BrahMos missile, cruise missile. So is a very important missile system of India. Now there have been upgradation to this missile. BrahMos name has been given after 2 rivers, Brahmaputra river of India, Moskova river of Russia. And we have a joint venture कॉल्ड ब्रह्मोस कॉरपोरेशन। तो यहाँ पर जो अभी आप स्लाइड में जो देख रहे हैं, जब भी क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आएगा आपको फीचर्स पता होने चाहिए, है ना, उसमें क्या क्या खास बात है, क्या ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जो ब्रह्मोस को अलग तरह के जो क्रूज मिसाइल से, है ना, अलग बना देती है। आपको उस बारे में, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल सुपरसोनिक बी डेवलप्ड बिकॉज ऑफ MTCR, मिसाइल टेक्नोलॉजी कंट्रोल regime. Earlier India was not a member, Russia was a member. So transport technology, there was restriction of range. So we developed 290 kilometer range, supersonic, 2.8 Mach number. 1 Mach is the speed of sound in air. That goes 320 meter per second. So almost 3 Mach we developed. That was because of restrictions of MTCR. But now India is a member party to MTCR. भारत MTCR ज्वाइन कर चुका है। अब हम इसको अपग्रेड कर रहे हैं, इसको 400 प्लस किलोमीटर के रेंज पे ले जा रहे हैं। हाइपरसोनिक वर्जन यानी कि 5 मैक से ज़्यादा स्पीड का हम डेवलप कर रहे हैं। सो दैट इज अनदर व्हाट इज अ अचीवमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इन द फील्ड ऑफ मिसाइल टेक्नोलॉजी। और ये हमेशा चर्चा में रहता है। ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल कैन बी यूज्ड इन ऑल 3 प्लेटफॉर्म, नेवल प्लेटफॉर्म, फाइटर क्राफ्ट एंड एरियल प्लेटफॉर्म, and also on the land. So surface to air, surface to air, air to surface, surface to surface, we can strike target by using this advanced cruise missile. What do you mean by cruise missile? Where the path, the trajectory is not suborbital or ballistic, where the trajectory is just goes and then it maintain a distance from the ground, it just moves and then strike the target. That is called cruise missile. That's based on the flight trajectory, right? Now let's look at few important feature here. First of all, here that is the altitude cruise. That means if it can go in the air 10 to 15 kilometers from the surface, it can rise, right? Then in this case, what comes here? Terminal 10 to 15 meters. आप कल्पना कीजिए कि सतह से 10 से 15 मीटर की ऊंचाई में ब्रह्मोस क्रूज कर सकता है। और केवल ये नहीं, और 10 से 15 किलोमीटर वायुमंडल में जा सकता है। इट कैन गो अप टू 10 to 15 kilometers in atmosphere, and in the terminal speed it can maintain 10 to 15 meters above the ground level with high speed. Another thing about feature is that it can carry warhead, टिप ऑफ द मिसाइल, मिसाइल के जो टिप होते हैं, देयर द वॉरहेड इज देयर, जो हथियार होता है टिप पे होता है, उसको वॉरहेड बोला जाता है। तो दैट वॉरहेड विच द मिसाइल इज कैरिंग, उसके भी वजन होते हैं, ऑल्सो हैज अ वेट। तो 200 to 300 किलोग्राम ऑफ वॉरहेड ब्रह्मोस कैन कैरी। नाउ वॉरहेड कुड बी 2 types, कन्वेंशनल वेपन्स, एक्सप्लोजिव्स, सेकेंड इज न्यूक्लियर वॉरहेड। ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल जो है परमाणु हथियार ले जाने में सक्षम है। ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल कैन स्ट्राइक अ टारगेट विथ न्यूक्लियर वॉरहेड। सो दैट वॉरहेड total mass, what you call payload capacity, can go up to 300 kilograms. That's another important feature of BrahMos missile. Next, what comes here? Maximum range. I've just told you 400 plus kilometers. पहले हमने 300 किलोमीटर से कम रखा था क्योंकि MTCR के कारण, जब भारत MTCR का सदस्य राष्ट्र नहीं था, but now we have joined it. The range is more than 400 kilometers. Now we have upgraded BrahMos missile. Then what comes here? Speed. सुपरसोनिक में 2.8 मैक का हमने बनाया था। अब हम लोग ब्रह्मोस को हाइपरसोनिक वर्जन में डेवलप कर रहे हैं, जहां स्पीड विल बी मोर देन 5 मैक, वेरी हाई स्पीड विच विल गो टू एंड हिट द टारगेट, राइट? देन कम्स हियर वेट। टोटल वेट अगर देखा जाए पूरा मिसाइल का, the complete missile with the warhead, it will go up to 2.5 tons. 1 टन जो होता है 1000 किलोग्राम के बराबर होता है। 2.5 टन का मतलब है 2500 kilograms, the total weight of the missile. That's what the size of the missile is there, right? So this is where this you'll come across. यूनिवर्सल है, मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म हम यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे सुखोई Su-30 MKI रशियन फाइटर जेट, उसमें ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल को फिट किया गया, एयर टू ग्राउंड कैन बी स्ट्राइक देयर। नेवल में जो वॉरशिप होते हैं, जैसे इंडिया में इंडियन नेवी के पास डिस्ट्रॉयर्स है विध्वंसक, सच काइंड ऑफ डिस्ट्रॉयर्स आर फॉर कॉम्बैट ऑपरेशन ऑन सी, समुद्र में दुश्मनों के है ना होश उड़ा देने के लिए डिस्ट्रॉयर्स होते हैं भारत में, कोलकाता क्लास डिस्ट्रॉयर, एंड दोज डिस्ट्रॉयर्स ऑल्सो कैरी मिसाइल्स, तो ब्रह्मोस भी वहां पर होता है, ठीक है। तो मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म का मतलब ये है, व्हाट यू मीन बाय मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म इज दिस वन, कि कैन बी यूज्ड इन फाइटर जेट, इट कैन बी यूज्ड ऑन नेवल वॉरशिप, and even the army can also, border areas can use BrahMos missile to hit the targets in the enemy territory. That is multiple platform means. Then comes here fire and forget principle, बहुत ही important है, दागो और भूल जाओ fire and forget principle. What does that mean? Highly accurate, highly accurate. Once the BrahMos missile is launched and the target is locked, it has a inertial guidance system, it is also guided through GPS, global position system, it will go and hit the target. That's called fire and forget principle. So it has got this kind of a ability to destroy enemy target with accuracy, what called fire and forget principle. Then comes here this one, shorter flight times leading to lower, and that means quick kind of response. दुश्मन को जब तक पता चलेगा तब तक में काम तमाम, खल्लास खल्लास, खत्म, कहानी खत्म, right? That kind of response what BrahMos has got. So here this part is there. Then supersonic speed throughout all the flight, अब हम लोग हाइपरसोनिक डेवलप कर रहे हैं, पिन पॉइंट एक्यूरेसी है ना, और इसका लो रडार सिग्नेचर है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड, लो रडार सिग्नेचर, रडार रेडियो डिटेक्शन एंड रेंजिंग. सो रडार कैन नॉट इजिली इंटरसेप्ट, दैट इज डिटेक्ट ब्रह्मोस क्रूज मिसाइल, यानी कि इसमें कुछ ऐसे स्टेल्थ प्रॉपर्टीज हैं जिसके कारण रडार को लो सिग्नेचर, low acoustic, low signal, radar will not be able to accurately find out that in the air there is a BrahMos missile. ये इसकी another बहुत बड़ी विशेषता है, right? It is another very important capability of BrahMos missile. So that's why now many other countries want to buy, right? Buy this missile from this venture of India and Russia, and we can earn revenue by selling BrahMos missile. क्योंकि ये चर्चा में रहता है इसलिए यह मिसाइल इंपॉर्टेंट है. हो सकता है कि आने वाले एग्जाम में इस संदर्भ में कुछ ना कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ दिया जा सकता है. डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी में ये याद रखना है, बहुत सारे फैक्ट्स हैं, द लॉट ऑफ फैक्ट्स आर देयर, एंड दोज फैक्ट्स हैव टू बी रिमेंबर्ड, because when the UPSC question will be there, it will not only ask you the part of the features, but with the feature there will be fact also, right? So factual thing will also become there. कई बार क्वेश्चन में केवल रेंज ही नहीं, रेंज तो हो गया दूरी जितना उसको कवर करना है, कई बार उसके प्रोपल्सन सिस्टम जैसे प्रोपेल होता है, तो यहाँ टेक्नोलॉजी आती है रैमजेट, है ना, एयर ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम कहते हैं. ऐसे जो मिसाइल होते हैं दे टेक द एयर इनसाइड when it is moving in the atmosphere, and that air and the oxygen burn the fuel to provide the thrust propulsion, right? तो ये ध्यान रखना है. और इसमें जो प्रोपेलेंट होते हैं फ्यूल, राइट, अब दो तरह के फ्यूल होते हैं जो मिसाइल्स में यूज होते हैं, आइदर सॉलिड और लिक्विड, ठोस या द्रव, राइट, सॉलिड फ्यूल और लिक्विड फ्यूल, सॉलिड प्रोपेलेंट और लिक्विड प्रोपेलेंट. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द मिसाइल्स इन इंडिया दे बर्न सॉलिड प्रोपेलेंट और सॉलिड फ्यूल. ब्रह्मोस में सॉलिड है ना. पृथ्वी अगर हम देखें तो वहां लिक्विड यूज होता है. पृथ्वी इज अ बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल, not a cruise missile. But BrahMos का cruise missile है वहाँ पर, right? So now what I'm going to cover, I have given you the features. इसको याद रखना है. Exam point of view, that becomes really very very important. Now what I'm coming here, I will now go to another very important missile, indigenous missile, which we have developed, Nirbhay. Let's look into Nirbhay. So Nirbhay missile, Nirbhay missile जो है ये सबसोनिक है. What do you mean by subsonic? Less than 1 Mach, less than the speed of sound in air, 1 Mach number, less than that. You can say 0.7 Mach number. Speed is lower, 240 meter per second, around that speed is there. But it has a stealth features. रडार जल्दी इसको कैच नहीं कर सकता है, रडार को ये चकमा देता है. That is where the stealth feature is built. The range of Nirbhay is 1000 kilometers. 1000 kilometer, the range is there of Nirbhay missile. So this is another latest development which comes here. Indigenous long range subsonic cruise missile, right? So कई तरह के मिसाइल है. अभी जैसे चर्चा में MR SAM, QR SAM, ये सारा चीज़ है. I'll be covering in this session, but ये एक अपना डेवलपमेंट है, right? Now coming to missile technology में, what you can make it out from the diagram. इंटरसेप्टर मिसाइल, राइट? ये जो है इंटरसेप्टर मिसाइल है. इंटरसेप्टर मिसाइल सिस्टम. You know that interceptor missile can find out with the help of advanced radar the incoming missiles or weapons, and then anti-missile, the missile will be fired and will go and destroy those kind of incoming missile in the air. That is called interceptor missile system. वर्ल्ड में अगर हम बात करें इस तरह के टेक्नोलॉजी की, तो इसमें 3 कंट्रीज का नाम आता है. वन इज कॉल्ड USA, थर्ड टर्मिनल हाई एल्टीट्यूड एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम, अमेरिकी इंटरसेप्शन सिस्टम है. उससे ज़्यादा अपग्रेडेड, ज़्यादा पावरफुल, ज़्यादा लीथल रशिया का है S-400. नाउ रशिया इज बिल्डिंग S-500. India has bought from Russia S-400 interceptor missile system. And the third country is Israel. इसराइल का आपको पता है पैलेस्टीन के साथ जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, तो गाजा स्ट्रिप जब वहाँ से फायरिंग होती है पैलेस्टाइन साइड से, तो इसराइल यूज आयरन डोम to intercept all those kind of rocket and missiles and destroy in the air. Now other 2 countries which are coming into this technology are China and India. Our neighbor China and India, right? China, you are aware that China is one of the very potential threat to India's security. And China being a communist country has relation with Russia, right? Same way as India has a relationship with Russia. So S-400 हमने रशिया से बाई किया है, जो 400 किलोमीटर तक के रेंज में इंटरसेप्ट कर सकता है. इज अ वेरी एडवांस्ड इंटरसेप्शन सिस्टम. लेकिन हमें खुद भी अपना डेवलप करना होगा. वी हैव टू आल्सो डेवलप आवर ओन काइंड ऑफ सच इंटरसेप्शन सिस्टम, राइट, इंडिजिनस. सो DRDO हैज नाउ वर्किंग टू डेवलप मिसाइल्स एंड मिसाइल सिस्टम्स which will be our own indigenous missile system to intercept incoming missiles and destroy in air. इसमें एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मिसाइल का नाम आता है अश्विन. This missile has been tested so many times from Dr. Kalam Island, ITR, Integrated Test Range, Balasore district of Odisha, which was earlier called as Wheeler Island. Now we have renamed as a kind of Dr. Kalam Island. वहाँ से कई बार ये मिसाइल को अश्विन को टेस्ट फायर किया गया एंड वी हैव बीन वेरी वेरी सक्सेसफुल. एडवांस एयर डिफेंस बोलते हैं, AAD मिसाइल, एंडो एटमॉस्फेयर है ना, 10 to 15 kilometers in the atmosphere. When enemy missile is coming, it can hit to kill or destroy that missile. तो इंडिजिनस लेवल पे इंडिया विल बिकम द 4th country in the world after US, Russia and Israel to develop such kind of indigenous कैपेबल काइंड ऑफ इंटरसेप्शन सिस्टम, तो अश्विन का हमने डेवलप किया है। वैसे हमने PAD, पृथ्वी एयर डिफेंस, उसका भी हमने डेवलप किया, जो कि लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस एक्सो एटमॉस्फेयर जा सकता है, 50 किलोमीटर इन एटमॉस्फेयर डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकता है। In this context, I would just like to tell you, which you all are aware, last time general election, that time there was in the news where the ISRO and DRDO jointly carried out a mission called Mission Shakti. Shakti mission जो है, there we used a same kind of a anti-ballistic missile and we hit a small satellite which was launched by ISRO. राइट, उसको हमने डिस्ट्रॉय किया था। तो वो जो मिसाइल सिस्टम है, ASAT बोलते हैं, एंटी सैटेलाइट मिसाइल सिस्टम। अमेरिका, USA, रशिया, चाइना, these all countries have got ASAT. So we also carried out. So एंटी सैटेलाइट जो वेपन होते हैं is also similar to interceptor missile, which can intercept target in the air, एटमॉस्फेयर एंड हिट द टारगेट। बस अंतर यही है कि ASAT में द टारगेट इज सैटेलाइट, हियर इन द केस ऑफ इंटरसेप्शन मिसाइल द टारगेट इज एनिमी मिसाइल, राइट। सो वी हैव बीन वर्किंग टू डेवलप दैट, दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव शोन ऑन द डायग्राम हियर। अनदर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सिग्निफिकेंट डेवलपमेंट दैट इज कॉल्ड पिनाका। कई बार कंटिन्यूअस पिछले 4-5 सालों में चर्चा में रहा है, और ये जो आप देख रहे हैं फोटोग्राफ डायग्राम या जो फोटो है ना, ये पिनाका एडवांस सिस्टम Mark II का फोटोग्राफ है। इफ यू कैन क्लियरली फिगर आउट फ्रॉम दिस फोटोग्राफ, यू हैव अ लॉरी, अ व्हीकल, you have a kind of a launcher. Launcher has got barrel. In the barrel there is a rocket kept there, and that barrel can fire the rockets one by one. What is Pinaka system? It's called multi-barrel rocket launching system. It's basically multi-barrel. Pinaka system is basically multi-barrel rocket launching system. Multi-barrel. Barrel is, if you do the counting here, 6 and 6, there are 12 rockets are there. You have the barrel there, 6 and 6, 12 total. 12 barrel, 12 rockets should be, and all these rockets can be fired in around 44 seconds. These 12 rockets can be fired to the enemy side. That is called Pinaka system. What you see right now. This is a demonstration during the Republic Day parade. Every year Republic Day parade, 26 January, DRDO has a tableau. DRDO exhibit, showcase the technology. So this is the Republic Day parade where you can see this kind of a Pinaka system being showcased to the public, right? So this is a very important weapon system what India has developed. Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launching system, right? So again facts, you have to remember the facts. 12 rockets in 44 seconds, salvo mode, one by one, it can be hit to the target. Short range, it cannot go to 200, 300, less than 100 kilometers. We can have the firing part. Now coming to another one here, naval system. कई बार ये भी चर्चा में होता है, submarines, right? Now if you talk about submarines, there are two types of submarines. One is a diesel electric powered submarine and second is the nuclear powered submarine. दो तरह के submarines होते हैं, या तो वो न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर से चलता है, न्यूक्लियर पावर्ड सबमरीन होता है, या तो डीजल से, डीजल इंजन के द्वारा इलेक्ट्रिक पावर्ड सिस्टम वाला सबमरीन होता है. इंडिया के पास दोनों है. We have both types of submarines with us. Now what is very important, when we talk about nuclear powered submarine, the very first name, indigenous submarine comes to our mind, that is a Arihant. What you see in the photograph here, INS Arihant. अभी रिसेंटली इसका नाम अरिघात भी रखा गया है. अरिघात, Ari means enemy. Ghat means attack. Arihanta, arihant. Ari enemy, hanta killer of enemy. So this is nuclear powered submarine. Basically the technology has been borrowed from Russian submarines, Russian nuclear powered submarine, but the DRDO with the help of BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, has built the reactor, pressurized water reactor, which can generate 85 megawatt of electricity. क्या खास बात होता है न्यूक्लियर पावर रिएक्टर्स में कि एक बार आपने यूरेनियम इसमें डाल दिया, द फ्यूल हैज बीन देयर, फ्यूल रॉड्स, इट कैन वर्क कंटिन्यूसली, और इसमें वायु या एयर की जरूरत नहीं होती है. व्हेन यू हैव अ डीजल पावर सबमरीन, इट रिक्वायर्स एयर so that it can burn the fuel. But in the nuclear powered submarine, since it works with nuclear reaction, nuclear fission reaction, there is no need of air or oxygen. It can continuously work for a long time. The nuclear powered submarine has advantages, right, as compared to conventional submarines which work on diesel powered. So one of the very important aspect of this type of submarine is that they remain stealth for a long time. They can remain under the ocean for a long time. They use highly enriched uranium, almost around 35 to 45% enriched uranium, which supply a lot of electricity, right? So BARC has developed the reactor of Arihant, right? ऐसे जो मिसाइल, ऐसे जो सबमरीन होते हैं वो ऐसे मिसाइल कैरी करते हैं जो न्यूक्लियर टिप्ड होता है. The nuclear kind of headed warhead based missiles are there. Submarines में एक तरह का मिसाइल होता है SLBM. Submarine carries missile called SLBM, Submarine Launched Ballistic Missile. अरिहंत के पास दो तरह के खतरनाक SLBMs हैं. एक है K4 और दूसरा है K12 सागरिका. K4 missile is a long range. Go up to 3,500 kilometers. Under the ocean, this missile comes out. और दूसरा जो K12 जो सागरिका है, that can go up to 700 kilometers. They are carried by such kind of submarine, and that gives another very big advantage to such kind of submarine is that remaining under the ocean, such kind of ballistic missile can come out of the sea and can hit the enemy warship or the enemy target on the coastal area or on the land. So that is what advantage of having such kind of missile is there. इस तरह के जो सबमरीन्स होते हैं उसको SSBN कहते हैं. What is called as that? It is called as a SSBN. SSBN stands for Ship Submersible Ballistic Nuclear. That means it carry nuclear warhead or tipped missiles. जैसे कि अरिहंत में K4 and K12 right missiles are there. And this is another advantage what India has got. That means India has now nuclear triad. I'll use the word here, nuclear triad. What do you mean by nuclear triad? India can use nuclear weapons from land, from air, that is a BrahMos missile, air to ground in the fighter jet. Land, the army can use. There's an Agni missile, surface to air, surface ballistic missile. Even now, India has the capability to use nuclear tipped missile from under the water, underwater missile, submarine launched ballistic missile. So we can use nuclear weapons from anywhere, जल थल वायु कहीं से भी यूज कर सकते हैं. Such kind of country is called nuclear triad. Nuclear triad we have completed with Arihant. Right? Arihant was commissioned in 2009. I have already given that. The 2009 at that time it was commissioned there. Right? अब इसके जो क्लास है, क्लास मतलब सेम फीचर, सेम डिजाइन, एवरीथिंग विल रिमेन सेम. अरिघात वगैरह बनाया जा रहा है. SSBN का एक और एडवांटेज होता है, देयर इज अनदर वेरी बिग एडवांटेज ऑफ SSBN, दैट इट गिव्स कंट्रीज power to have second strike capability. What do you mean by second strike capability? Suppose that if India is attacked with a nuclear bomb, with atom bomb by enemy, so we can use such Arihant, we can use such kind of a submarine which will remain under the ocean and can hit the enemy with a nuclear weapon. That is called second strike capability. सो इससे क्या लाभ है कि दुश्मन को, एनिमी को पता है कि इंडिया के पास ऐसे सबमरीन्स हैं, तो इससे क्या होता है, न्यूक्लियर डिटरेंस। दुश्मन को 10 बार सोचना पड़ेगा कि जब भी परमाणु बम की वो धमकी देते हैं या यूज़ करना चाहते हैं, उनको 10 बार से ज़्यादा सोचना होगा कि क्या वो उपयोग करे या नहीं करे। इफ दे आर गोइंग टू यूज़ इट, दे नो व्हाट द रिटेलिएशन इंडिया विल हैव विद न्यूक्लियर वेपन। That's what it's called second strike capability and provides India minimum credible nuclear deterrence, जो कि हमारे no first use policy के अनुरूप है। That is as per our no first use policy, that we will not strike any country with a nuclear weapon. If we are attacked, but we will not keep silent, we'll kill our enemy with the nuclear bomb. This is what India's policy is all about, right? So that's what this submarine becomes very important. Now let's look at here about this submarine. If you look at the entire design here, media has called it a gladiator, is India's gladiator. Let me discuss few important features of that, and this could be a question in the coming exam. है ना, इसके संदर्भ में प्रश्न पूछा जा सकता है। अब now look at here, तो look at 124 मीटर है ये। The length, if you look at this one, total length of the submarine is 124 meters, right? And you can see under the ocean, this one, there is a missile, submarine launched ballistic missile, right? Under the water missile it is there. And what is given here, 2 to 4 kilometer above the ocean. That means ये ocean surface है, so it can go up to 2 to 4 kilometers in the air. The missile can rise from the surface. It starts under the ocean, but above the sea surface, it can go up to 2 to 4 kilometers. Right? K4 and K50. Now, इसका जो है 30 submarine launched ballistic missiles are there. What I mentioned, K4 and now 12 here submarine launched. इसकी जो speed है, it moves. The speed, if you look at, that is a 24 nautical miles. 1 nautical mile is 1.8 kilometers के बराबर होता है 1. So 24 knot, that's the speed of this submarine under the ocean. Then if you look at here, it can carry K15, right? Not K12, K15, right? I'll just go back. It's not here, K15. Sagarika, right? K15 Sagarika. So it can carry K15 right here, Sagarika submarine missile, जिसका range 750 kilometers है, 12 of them. Now if you look at here, it can house 95 crew members, 95 sailors, naval officers and sailors can be inside this Arihant. Then it has a nuclear reactor 85 megawatt, जो मैंने बताया बार्क ने डेवलप किया है. So Bark has developed this pressurized water reactor, PWR, pressurized water reactor, which use enriched uranium to generate 85 megawatt electricity. Now here 40% enriched uranium, right? 40% enriched uranium which can produce 85 megawatt electricity. These are the features of Arihant. Now the same thing we are making Arihant, और ये मैंने बताया अभी, this submarine, indigenous one, we have developed with the collaboration with Russia. Russia gave us a technology which we modified, indigenized to develop the submarine. Charlie class Russian या कई बार NATO, you know NATO countries, NATO based Charlie class, that kind of nuclear submarine Based on that, we modified to develop our own kind of a nuclear powered submarine. So here you will find here Russian Charlie class, that is a NATO name has been given, that has been modified to develop the Arihant. Now we have made Arighat, right? तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये चीज़ को ध्यान में रखना है. सबमरीन पे या नेवल डिफेंस पे अगर पिछले साल के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स को देखें हम, तो वी डोंट फाइंड क्वेश्चन देयर. If we review the PYQs, previous year questions, we don't find enough question asked about the naval defense. Might be possible, it might be a question in the coming exam. You must know all the features here, what I've highlighted here, right? Now I'm coming to another very important submarine which we have to deal with France. You all know about the name, Scorpion class submarines. Now Scorpion class submarine initially we developed under Project 75I. Right now we are having going for more such Scorpion submarines, indigenous one. We are trying to rope in Russia as a partner to help India develop or manufacture under Make in India program more Scorpion class submarines. But initially we had a deal with a France company called Naval Group, earlier called as a DCNS, right? But Scorpion is not nuclear powered. Scorpion सबमरीन जो हमने फ्रांस से लेके मेक इन इंडिया प्रोग्राम और प्रोजेक्ट 75I में डेवलप किया है, वह न्यूक्लियर पावर्ड नहीं है, इज नॉट न्यूक्लियर पावर्ड, इज अ डीजल इलेक्ट्रिक पावर्ड, बट इट हैज अनदर एडवांस्ड फीचर कॉल्ड AIPS, एयर इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोपल्शन सिस्टम. इट यूज फ्यूल सेल लाइक टेक्नोलॉजी, फ्यूल सेल, battery and fuel cell technology, right, by which it can generate electricity and sustain for a long time. I am talking about a Scorpion, AIPS. Now DRDO has developed that AIPS indigenous technology. So now let's look at Scorpion. So if you take Scorpion here, right, this is a Scorpion submarine. So the project is called Project 75I. The naval project, right? Initially, India and France, this deal we have signed to build 6 Scorpion submarines there. Now we have been successful in building such 6 Scorpion submarines. Now we are trying to partner with Russia to help further develop or build more number of indigenous Scorpion submarines in India. That's what we are trying to negotiate. Now this company, if you look at, there is a company called DCNS, but now it is called as a Naval Group. The name has been changed into Naval Group. That is a France company, right? And then we have a collaboration here with MOU, or you can say here, what I would like to add here, we have a company called as here Mazgaon Dock Limited. Mazgaon Dock Limited, that is a Government of India company, MDL, that is south of Mumbai, right? Mazgaon Dock Limited. And then with this Naval Group, the France company, right, we have had a deal, and under Make in India program, 6 Scorpion class submarines have been now developed, right? So we'll see some of the features of Scorpion. Another important topic for exam, where question can be asked in the exam there, right? So let us look into the feature part of it. ये 6 नाम है स्कॉर्पियन सबमरीन का. लेट मी जस्ट रीड आउट देयर. पहला हमने कलवरी बनाया, INS कलवरी, right, that was commissioned. Then INS Khanderi, then INS Karanj, all 3 with K. Then INS Vela, now the rest, another 3 with V. Then INS Vagir and INS Vakshir. ये total 6 Scorpion submarines we have developed initially with France, indigenous one. You can see the photograph also there. This is a Kalvari submarine, Mazgaon Dock Limited, Mumbai. That time of the commissioning for sea trial, and for testing purpose, sea trial at that time. It was there in the media, right? You can see Make in India program there. Then comes here this one, Andheri, right? There is a photograph here. Then comes here this one, Karanj, INS Karanj, वेला, वगीर, वाक्षीर, ये सब तैयार हो चुका है, right? This all have been successfully after sea trial. Kalvari, Khanderi, Karanj have been handed over to the Indian Navy. Now, what is very important here? If you see here, the most important thing is this one. Mazgaon Dock Limited, I have mentioned here. Now, it is 1600 tons. It weighs 1600 tons. That means 1600 into 1000 kilogram. The total mass of this scorpion submarine is there. Then another thing here, it has a periscope, right? Infrared low light cameras, laser range finder, periscope, you know that, which can see outside the submarine. Infrared radiation based and again low signature radar or sonar cannot catch this kind of scorpion submarine under the ocean, under the sea. It has got laser guided ranging. Through the laser beam it can find out the range and the obstacle. Very advanced technology has been built up. Is not like a conventional submarine. It is more advanced than that. Then what comes here? This one. Total length is 67.5 meters. Length is 67.5 meters. Then height is, if you take height, is 12.3 meters. Height is 12.3 meters and the length is 67.5 meters. I am giving the dimension there. Total weight is 1600 kilogram into tons, into 1000 tons. Now 360 battery cells. The 360 battery, submarine battery cells are built into this. Each battery is 750 kilogram, which power the submarine. Then coming to here, stealth is further enhanced through equipment inside the pressure hull, a shock absorbing cradle. Then it has something shock or the sound absorbing kind of a cradle is there, which will not generate sound. So sonar system, sound navigation ranging system will not be able to catch. So it has an inbuilt stealth feature where sonar system will not be able to catch, right? So whatever the sound being emitted, shock which is emitted because of movement of submarine, they all get neutralized. So there is a feature there. Then 1250 mega kilowatt diesel engine which power the batteries. Imagine 1250 kilowatt, or you can say 1.2 megawatt, which charge the batteries, submarine batteries, by which this scorpion works. Plus, what is another thing here? It has got this one, AIPS technology, air independent propulsion system, which work on fuel cell technology, hydrogen based fuel cell technology. So it can remain under the sea for a long time. It can remain under the sea for a long time. So it works with hydrogen powered fuel cell technology. Now recently DRDO has developed indigenous AIPS, which we can use in our other submarines to remain silent and for a long time under the sea. These are the features of this submarine here, right? So now we are not stopping only with 6 such kind of submarines. We are now want to expand and build more and more such Scorpion class submarines, right? So naval defense, it becomes really very, very important here. Now what I like to do here, I'll take you to some other areas of defense technology. Now in the naval system only, we'll discuss certain more areas, and they have been in the news for last 4-5 years, and a question can be asked in the exam. So let us now go into the next part. You all are aware of it. That is in terms of torpedo. torpedo. Torpedo work with electric propulsion, is almost like a missile, like a rocket or missile. The difference is that torpedo move under the water. Torpedo doesn't follow ballistic kind of a path. It moves under the ocean, just like a cruise kind of a missile system. It is propelled with electric propulsion. It goes and it carries the ammunition, warhead, explosive, which not only can destroy a big warship but also submarine. Even submarine can be destroyed, right? And also warship. Like if you see this diagram here, the photograph here, this is on the ship which carries the torpedo, and torpedoes are launched. As it goes under the water, just it remains littoral water on near to surface. It moves under the water near the surface and can destroy the ship here. Can destroy. At the same time, this kind of torpedoes can be used by submarines and the submarine side, so it can also go under the deep water and can destroy submarines, enemy submarines. दुश्मन के सबमरीन को भी हम उड़ा सकते हैं by using such kind of a torpedo system. They have got interception capability. Either ship or we can go for submarine destroyed by torpedoes. Now in this context, DRDO has built a very important torpedo called Varunastra. Varunastra. Defense Expo, exhibition. What you see this particular torpedo, and it's given here NSTL, right? That is a Naval Science and Technology Lab, Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. There is a DRDO lab, NSTL, Naval Science and Technology Lab, that has built this advanced torpedo. Is heavyweight, right? Torpedo which can destroy submarine. 90% of its components are indigenous. It can destroy submarines. Varunastra. Even for training purpose, DRDO has built some kind of training ship which can launch torpedo, recover torpedo. That is called Astra Dharni. It was asked in UPSC exam. If we go back to the question paper, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था INS अस्त्र धारणी, क्योंकि वह चर्चा में था, न्यूज में था. दैट वाज इन द न्यूज. आई शो यू द अस्त्र धारणी. दिस INS अस्त्र धारणी. IIT Kharagpur, and with the help of DRDO lab, what you see, this vessel or ship, it can carry kind of a dummy kind of a torpedo for training purpose, which can launch in the water, and then that dummy torpedo can be recovered. It is called torpedo launch and recovery vessel, right? It has already been asked in UPSC exam. But Varunastra has not been asked, right? Now I am coming to a very important technology which UPSC has not asked question about it. UPSC में इसके बारे में प्रश्न नहीं पूछा गया है, लेकिन उसके बारे में बताने से पहले यह इमेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. राम, राइट? गोल्डन डियर, मारीच. रामायण में जो है, you may be aware of this incident. After Supranakha, who was humiliated by Lakshmana and her nose was cut, she went to her brother Ravana, cried, complained that Lakshman has humiliated her and cut her nose. राक्षसनी थी, है ना। लक्ष्मण से प्यार हो गया उसे, लक्ष्मण ने उसकी दुर्दशा कर दी। रावण वॉज वेरी वेरी एंग्री। ये मजाल उस वनवासी का कि मेरी प्यारी बहना के नाक काट दे, बदला, रिवेंज। तो रावण डजंट गो इमीडिएटली, रावण आस्क हिज मामा मारीच टू गो टू फॉरेस्ट, राइट। पूरा का पूरा प्लॉट, षड्यंत्र, कॉन्स्पिरेसी डेवलप किया गया। क्या था प्लॉट? मारीच विल बिकम इन डिस्गाइज golden deer. What is here? Golden deer. Marich has that kind of ability to disguise in any form. अपने आप को बदल के रखना, golden deer. That where the Marich went near to that area where Rama and Lakshmana with Sita was there. Sita got attracted with golden deer. सीता को गोल्डन डियर इतना प्यारा लगा, शी डिमांडेड फ्रॉम हर हस्बैंड रामा कि मुझे ये गोल्डन डियर चाहिए। रामा, राइट, आफ्टर कन्विंसिंग सीता, नो नो, बट सीता से नो, आई वांट इट। पति देव, मुझे हिरण चाहिए। So Rama goes to bring this deer, right? Now when Lord Rama killed this Marich, who is disguised in the golden deer form. So when the Marich died, he shout, he utters, right? So with the sound which it utters, that is the sound of Rama only. It mimicked the sound of Rama. सीता घबरा गई कि कहीं उसके पति देव को कुछ हो तो नहीं गया। तो लक्ष्मण को भेजती है वो, है ना, अपने देवर को, लक्ष्मण को, कि जाके देखो अपने भाई को क्या हुआ है। लक्ष्मण वॉज नॉट विलिंग टू गो बिकॉज रामा टोल्ड लक्ष्मण कि सीता को अकेले नहीं छोड़ना है। आफ्टर हर कंटिन्यूअस इंसिस्टेंस कि नहीं जाओ, कुछ हो गया है हमारे पति देव को, वो आवाज जो सुनी वो, तो लक्ष्मण ड्रॉज लक्ष्मण रेखा एंड गोज टू द फॉरेस्ट। नाउ कम्स द ड्रामेटिक टर्न, रावण दशानन। रावण comes as a kind of a monk. Bhiksham dehi mate, bhiksham dehi. In search of that. But Lakshman told Sita not to cross the Lakshman Rekha. But ultimately, Ravan, in the form of a sadhu, that tricked Sita to come out of the Lakshman Rekha and then kidnap her, take her to Lanka. This is the story, right? तो ये जो पूरी कहानी जो मैंने आपको बताया, इसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण किरदार जो है मारीच है। अगर मारीच नहीं होता तो राम और लक्ष्मण उधर नहीं जाता, और राम लक्ष्मण अलग नहीं जाता तो सीता का अपहरण नहीं होता। राइट? सो व्हाट इज सो यूनिक अबाउट दिस दानव और राक्षस मारीच? ही कैन डिस्गाइज, राइट? ही कैन डिस्गाइज इन एनी फॉर्म। तो अब जो मैं बताने जा रहा हूं कि यहां पर डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी कैसे आता है, हाउ डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी कम्स हियर। DRDO has built a defense system called Marich. Now you will understand why such a name has been given, which has been borrowed from Ramayana. The mythology Ramayana, it has been borrowed there. What was the ability of Marich? He can disguise and then fool Rama and Lakshmana, right? Divert Rama and Lakshmana to some other direction, right? So here Same way, DRDO has built Maris system which can decoy, fool, decoy, divert incoming torpedo. यानी कि जब कोई भी एनिमी सबमरीन टॉर्पेडो लॉन्च करता है तो मारिच सिस्टम क्या करेगा, मारिच विल बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट दिस इनकमिंग एनिमी टॉर्पेडो, दुश्मन के टॉर्पेडो की पहचान करके उसका रास्ता बदल देगा, विल डाइवर्ट द पाथ ऑफ दिस सो दैट टॉर्पेडो विल नॉट हिट द शिप, नेवल शिप को डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं करेगा। जो उसका टारगेट नेवल शिप इन सरफेस, अब मान लो कि दुश्मन के सबमरीन अंडर द ओशन है, under ocean the enemy submarine is there and that enemy submarine launched the torpedo to hit the Indian ship on the surface. So what Maris will do, Maris will understand this is the enemy torpedo. So Maris will produce, there's a cable which produces sound which mimic like a ship. So what will happen, the torpedo will think that the ship is not here, ship is there. So the torpedo will just go to there. That means the path is changed. Is called Advanced Torpedo Defense System, ATDS, Maris system. So this is the Maris system. Advanced Torpedo Defense System, Maris. Right? So here the enemy submarine which launch a torpedo to hit Indian ship, that because of the ATDS, Maris, will get diverted to some other direction. So that is another very big kind of achievement what DRDO has done there. So my purpose of narrating the story of Maris from Ramayana was to just make you understand that similar concept, based on that this ATDS Maris of DRDO work. Right? I hope you are able to understand the technology. It's a very important one. Now, other significant naval development is the, very important warship, biggest aircraft carrier. अभी जो न्यूज़ में रहा है विक्रांत, उससे पहले इंडिया में विक्रमादित्य, right? But विक्रमादित्य is not India's aircraft carrier. That's a Russia's, worked by Admiral Goshkov. Earlier we had a Vikrant which we decommissioned in 1997, right? And that earlier Vikrant played a very important role during the 1971 Indo-Pak War. So that Vikrant we have dismantled. अब जो है नई विक्रांत, bigger than the earlier Vikrant, has been now developed by Kochi Shipyard Limited, Kerala, which is a government company here. So if you look at here, one important development is the stealth frigate. Frigates are small size, they are fast attack, and they carry stealth guided missile system. Right? So what you see here, Kilton, INS Kilton, Corvette भी कहा जाता है, INS Corvette. Corvettes are those type of kind of a warship there, which are capable of intercepting underwater submarine and destroy the submarine inside the ocean. कॉर्वेट को एंटी सबमरीन वॉरफेयर के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है, ASW, एंटी सबमरीन वॉरफेयर. फॉर दैट कॉर्वेट्स आर यूज्ड. वी हैव a company in Kolkata called GRAC, Garden Ridge Shipbuilders Engineers Limited, which builds such corvettes. So we have destroyers, aircraft carrier, we have frigates, we have now corvettes. So INS Kavarati, INS Kilton, all these are the name of corvettes, and they are meant to destroy under the ocean submarines. Right? Now further, you see here, this is Admiral Goshkov, Russian aircraft carrier, which we bought from Russia. That is what we have rechristened the name as Vikramaditya. India requires minimum 3 such aircraft carrier. What is so unique about carrier? It is a long dock. You have a runway where fighter jet can take off. You have a launch kind of, can take off and land. It has a number of helicopters, fighter jet, even such kind of aircraft carrier also have hospitals, right? Stay room, everything is a very important in terms of naval defense. So Vikramaditya, which we have already there. Now we have also got the Vikrant, right, which is very advanced and bigger than the earlier Vikrant. Now what I am coming here, Republic Day parade, there is another technology, a radar system called Swati. Radars are used for various purpose. One is the aerial targets or land target. Radar can detect. Even the ocean, naval defense. Radars are used by warships to detect enemy targets. But now radar can also be used for finding out weapons of enemy in the battlefield. It's called WLR, weapons locating radar, like mortar, gun, fire and all this kind of. So here, if you see here, indigenous radar jointly developed by DRDE, that is the name of the lab of DRDO, and Bharat Electronics Limited. Whenever the radar system comes, you will come across the name of BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. So they have developed this. Swati can detect and track monitoring of artillery gun, then mortars, then rockets, rocket launching system. All this can be detected by Swati radar, and also monitoring their movement. Enemy which is taking the artillery gun or mortar or anything on the battleground, even that can also be tracked by WLR Swati. This is what is very advanced technology, and it has capability of tracking 7 targets at one time. 7 target को एक बार में ये डिटेक्ट कर सकती है. ऐसे जो weapons हैं can be detected here, right? This is what is very important technology which I have just discussed here. Now coming to here, there is another one in air defense system there, AWACS, Airborne Early Warning Control System. This is based on Israeli technology called Falcon. What you see here, this aircraft, this is the Illusion aircraft. This aircraft we have bought from Russia. This aircraft is Russian Illusion aircraft. Earlier we had a AWACS system of where the aircraft was from Brazil, Embraer. But now we have replaced with the Russian Illusion aircraft, IL-76. Now you see here this radar. It's called ESA radar, circular, actively electronic scanned array, active electronic scanned array radar, 360 degree. It can detect aerial targets when it flies in the air. Inside this system, same as Israeli Falcon system, all the system computers, all the electronic systems are built. So when the AWACS, Airborne Early Warning Control System, fly in the air, 50 kilometers range, it can find any drone, fighter jet, helicopter, any kind of enemy target, not only in the air but also on the land and sea surface. It can locate, the radar can find, and then this radar, after getting all the information processed in the system of the aircraft, can send live real-time data to ground agency, military agencies, military intelligence agency. It can get all those kind of information. So what is called early warning. Suppose in the border area side, if enemy is now moving their aircraft to attack India, AWACS will fly in our border side, will find out there's some movement of troops, army troops of enemy or fighter jet or any kind of movement, and can send it through to the military agency that this has been now detected across the border, so that we are prepared to counter attack such kind of a attack by the enemy. It's a very important system. US, Russia, France, Israel, all these countries, they use AWACS. That's what another very important topic from exam point of view. Question can be asked. इसका इंडियन नाम नेत्र दिया गया है. There's given the name Netra, right? There's and based on Israeli Falcon system there, right? So there's a important part which you have to remember from exam point of view. Then you know Dassault Rafale, right? Rafale, France, right? Dassault Aviation of France. We have bought 36 Dassault Rafale. Now it is the 4.5 generation, not 5th generation. India doesn't have FGFA, 5th generation fighter aircraft. We have latest but advanced than 4th generation Dassault, this fighter jet, which has advanced radar. It has air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, right? It can move very, very fast in the air. It can strike any type of target, air, sea surface, land. It can work day and night. So let's look at some of the features here. These are one. Omni इसको MMRCA बोलते हैं, multi mode role combat aircraft. Rafale there, right? So is omni role aircraft, multi-purpose, wide range of missions में use हो सकते हैं. Air defense and air superiority है इसका. Anti-access, that means it has a technology which can cancel, neutralize radar signal. Radar will not be able to catch it. Then comes here reconnaissance, जासूसी करना, spy करना, to gather information. Reconnaissance, it can be used there. The close air support to other fighter jets. Then dynamic targeting, it can target day and night, land, air, water. Air to ground protection strike, it can bomb the ground. Then it has got anti-ship attack. Even it is attacked by ship, enemy ship, it can neutralize such kind of attack. Then nuclear deterrence, it carries nuclear warhead based missiles, air to air missile, air to ground missile, air to sea surface missiles. Then buddy refueling, that means it can be refueled in the mid-air. It doesn't have to come down. The fuel, the tanker aircraft which help fueling the fighter jet, the tanker aircraft will come in the air, they will connect through the pipe, and then the fighter jet will be refueled in the air only. So there's another advantage this MMRCA Dassault Rafale has got, right? Now coming to another one which India has developed, HAL has developed, Tejas, light combat aircraft Tejas. So light combat aircraft Tejas is also 4th generation, and we can say 4.5, a bit advanced than the 4th generation. Why it is called light combat aircraft? Light here means it's the body part, carbon composite material. NAL, National Aeronautics Limited, has built with CSIR lab. The body, the frame is lightweight, right? But it has a stability in the air by delta wing. The big delta wings are there, which gives it maneuverability, flexibility, and stability in air, right? Now this Tejas, after a long time, we have now commissioned to the Air Force, right? Successful induction has happened there. Now what are the features of this one? If you see here, you have a single engine. How do you find out? At the back side. When you look at the back side, how many engines are there? 2, 3, you'll be able to figure out. Single engine. DRDO has been working towards developing an engine called Kaveri engine, but we have not been so successful in developing such Kaveri engine, right, in the past. Now we are negotiating with France to take a technology where we can develop and again start that project of Kaveri engine and use in Tejas. At present, Tejas aircraft or fighter jet does not use Kaveri engine. We are using the engine of American company GE, right? But rest of things, feature, design, everything is indigenous. Now if you see the features here, so these are the features. 1984, the government started with the project, but now we have developed that and equipped with handle to air missile. Now it carries now Astra missile. There is a missile called Astra, DRDO has built, which is beyond visual range, BVR, air to air missile. And Astra missile can hit the target in the air up to 80 to 90 kilometers, right? Now we are going to also use BrahMos missile. with this part of the part. Air to surface missile, air to air missile, anti-ship missile, bombs and rockets. Lightest one, and it can travel at a maximum speed of 2205 km per hour. 2205 km per hour speed. Another thing here, it has got a fly-by-wire control system. What do you mean by fly-by-wire control system? It has an autonomous flight guidance system, which give flexibility to the pilot to operate on the systems without always carrying the steering to fly the aircraft. Autonomous guidance system, flight guidance system, fly-by-wire system. Now Tejas has been commissioned in Navy also. Now where in the Navy it will be used? Aircraft carrier. Now since aircraft carrier has got a runway, but runway is not very long, right? Like what we have on the land. So what is very important challenge for fighter jet of which are used in aircraft carrier, in that short runway it has to land and stop. There's something called arrested landing. Arrested landing. That means the moment the fighter jet land on the runway of aircraft carrier, it must very soon stop. Arrested landing. Tejas has successfully completed arrested landing. That's what Indian Navy in INS Vikramaditya, INS Vikrant has approved the Tejas. Right? These are some of the features which I have discussed that. Now coming to other type of technology, helicopters. So I'll discuss here two types of helicopters. One is you are aware, Dhruv, right? Dhruv helicopter, and also one combat helicopter what DRDO lab HAL has built. But before I go into that, let us discuss about drone, the drone technology. See, drones are used in military for various applications. One is the search and rescue. Second is reconnaissance, information gathering, border area surveillance, collateral damage assessment. Drones in military are also used to designate target, find out the target, so that we can carry out operations. Right? Uri, a surgical strike, that movie, you have seen that we have used like a bird type of a drone to find out in the POK, the terrorist hideout. So finding out targets again can be done by the drone there. And also nowadays you read about America use drone attack, Afghanistan on Taliban, then again it is also used in Iraq, even killing the general of Iran. So drone attack, combat operation, right? So now drone has become very important in the military purpose, because recently in Kashmir, the border areas, Pakistan trying to have a swarm of drones, number of drones getting into Indian territory, and we try to destroy them, which are called enemy drones. So drone technology development becomes very critical. Now if we take some latest drones what India has developed, DRDO has developed, these are the one. Nishant, which can fly in air during the dark time. It has thermal infrared cameras, can find out the target. Then Lakshya, which we can use for acquisition of targets, designation of targets, reconnaissance purpose. Then Netra, surveillance of border areas. Even Netra has been given to CRPF. CRPF battalion can use Netra in forest areas to counter Naxalism. Right? Netra can be used by CISF to guard the industrial areas. So Netra there. Panchi. Panchi is the winged version of Nishant. See, normally when you take here, the drones are like this, which just goes up like a helicopter and can fly there. But sometimes the drone could be like a mini aircraft, which can on a runway, mini runway can take off and land. So here the Nishant winged version is Panchi. Rustam is also winged version. is very advanced drone, UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, developed by DRDO in Rustam 1 and 2, Mali, medium altitude, long endurance, unmanned aerial vehicle. So it is almost like this one. You can see this, the winged version looks like this. They're like mini aircraft, right? So you can see here, just like aircraft can take off and land. Rustam, very advanced UAV developed by DRDO and can be used for all purpose there. Like here, Rustam 1 and Rustam H. Rustam 1, if you look at that 12-hour endurance, 12 hours can remain in air. Mali defense. Then Rustam 2 can stay in air for 24 hours. Surveillance, reconnaissance, target designation, all we can use by Rustam, right? Now coming to this part of helicopter, advanced light helicopter Dhruv, ALH. Again, its body part is lightweight, developed by CSIR, and it can be used for even Ladakh, high altitude areas. Multi-purpose kind of operations can be carried out. Now recently, ALH, advanced light helicopter Dhruv, is fitted with air to ground missile and also to destroy tank. We have one very important missile, third generation fire and forget Nag missile, which destroy tank, battlefield tanks. Heavily armored tanks can be destroyed with Nag missile. It's called anti-tank guided missile, ATGM. And fire and forget, that 100% will be striking the tanks and destroy the tanks. Now there is a helicopter version of Nag called Helena, helicopter launched Nag, which can be launched from helicopter to the tank on the ground. Even Helena has been now fitted with Dhruv helicopter, advanced light helicopter Dhruv. Now for combat operation, light combat helicopter, LCH. This is indigenous developed by HAL. Goldie Beg, high altitude this air base, there this has been landed there. Again, it can help in the combat operations, right? HAL has developed there. Plus, we have been buying helicopters and choppers from outside India. Now, very important from exam point of view is Chinook, America, USA, right? Boeing company, Lockheed Martin, these are the private companies which build the aircrafts and system there. So from America we have bought Chinook. Now Chinook, if you see, is a heavy lift helicopter. It can carry logistic cargo, right? Jeep and cargo in the air. It can also provide military support by carrying the army unit or troops from one place to another. It can be also used in search and rescue operations. It is a multi-purpose heavy lift helicopter with twin blade and can part of, you can see here the jeep being carried out, CH-47 Chinook. We have now got from USA. We have bought this one. We have got the supply of Chinook helicopter. Then coming to another one from America, Apache, AH-64E Apache helicopter. Now this is for combat operation. It has a gun. If you see here, in front of there laser system, guidance system, it carries the gun and the pilot can fire with the gun on the ground. Uri movie, you have seen this helicopter at the last part of the movie, where our army which is returning back and Pakistan try to attack on this one, and then Indian helicopter comes to rescue our army unit which were returning back to Indian side there. So this Apache helicopter, they are advanced combat helicopter. But when you take Chinook, Chinook is for logistic, carrying the troops, search and rescue operation, cargo and logistic support. This is a multi-purpose, heavy lift helicopter. But this is for combat operation, Apache helicopter. Now coming to one more which comes from Russia, Mi-17, Mi-25. Now this is Russian combat helicopter. Now we want to replace the old Russian Mi-17 with AH-64 Apache helicopter. Both are combat helicopters, right? So we are working on that. So Mi-17 V5 helicopter, now this which is going to be replaced with AH-64E Apache helicopter. Mi is the Russian helicopter, combat helicopter, and this is the American one. Apache is the American one, right? So I tried to cover all those areas which are there in the news, right, which could be of really helpful from exam point of view. So I have tried to go into that, and maybe anything in this context question can be asked, right? आपको ये करना है कि जो भी डिफेंस के न्यूज़ आ रहे हैं, जितने भी करंट एस्पेक्ट में हैं, जहाँ जहाँ करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन्स में है, उसके सिस्टम के बारे में, उसके फीचर्स के बारे में, उसका रेंज कितना है, स्पीड कितना है, उसके क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंट टेक्निकल फीचर्स हैं, ऑल दोज फैक्ट्स उसको याद रखना है. लेट्स से वन क्वेश्चन कम्स इन द ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप इन द प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम, यू आर एबल टू राइट और अटेम्प्ट दैट क्वेश्चन सक्सेसफुली, गेट 2 मार्क्स. अगर क्वेश्चन मेंस एग्जाम में आ रहा है, GS3 पेपर अबाउट डिफेंस डेवलपमेंट achievement, you can give as examples. Or if something is asked from air defense or naval defense, something, you can write good answer, 150 words or 250 words. But in the objective type question, prelims exam, if anything is coming, direct question, you are able to solve this question, right? So please, current affairs materials, go through such kind of topics, right? And please focus on the factual things, because when the question will be there will be facts will be there. फैक्ट जल्दी याद नहीं रहता है. फैक्ट्स को याद करने का सब सिंपल तरीका है, ठीक एग्जाम के एक हफ्ते पहले जितने चीज़ें उसको रटाफाई करना, जस्ट वीक बिफोर द एग्जाम मेमोराइज दोज फैक्ट्स, राइट? दैट्स द वे यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट. सो आई ट्राई टू गिव यू अ काइंड ऑफ अ complete maximum aspect in this part, which you have to just remember and going through it, right? So अभी पिक्चर बाकी है दोस्त. मैंने एक एस्पेक्ट को डिफेंस में बताया है. विल सी सम अदर टॉपिक्स विच आर रिलेटेड टू करंट एस्पेक्ट, राइट? सो वी विल बी गोइंग टू other topics of science and technology, and as I am being covering in every session, so I will be covering about any more development miscellaneous topics on defense or any area of science and technology. We will be doing that. ठीक है? तो I am signing off here. We will meet soon in another session and we'll discuss the topic there. We will go to the different type of science and technology topic. ठीक है? तो मैं और भी चीज़ों को बताऊंगा. डिफेंस में और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं और जो कि मिसलेनियस टॉपिक्स में हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे, और बाकी जो साइंस टेक के टॉपिक तो चल ही रहा है वन बाय वन. सो कीप ऑन रीडिंग ऑल दिस, राइट? आप अच्छे से पढ़िए और अच्छे से कीजिए, और जो जो मैं आपको गाइड कर रहा हूँ उसको पर्टिकुलरली ध्यानपूर्वक करना है. ठीक है? सो वी एंड दिस सेशन. विल मीट सून इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. थैंक यू एवरीवन. टेक केयर. बाय बाय.